Well, we got bad news for Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge. Make sure you guys smash the like and crab battle that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So, a lot of people have been flipping their absolute lids over the course of the night. Here is Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge on the UK website has had its release date. Where to go? Where you mean to tell me that it poofed? So just to verify over here on the American version of the website over here, we still do have the OTS release date and this at 6/21. That really hasn't changed. That's locked in here. So I've also read a bunch of comments from people, and I got a couple DMs from people reaching out going, well, what's going on with Europe, Robbie? You know, I don't understand. You know, first, you know, you don't get this speed duel set, and then to top things off, you know, is Europe just is Yu-Gi-Oh! And Europe dead? Here's the thing. We'll talk more about this in a second, but I wanna bring something to everybody's attention here before you start flipping out. So, in the news, actually, the Cardamundi is to shut down the Waterford plant with a loss of 234 jobs. Now, for those of you that don't know what the heck Cardamundi is, this is the printing facility that basically handles the printing, and they're closing one of the plants. That's 234 jobs that are going away down here, and they talk a little bit about this down here, talking about, you know, basically the monopoly company is just, they're closing one of their branches. Poof. All right, and that's all that there was. I just want to point that out. So you're telling me a printing facility going away, at least, you know, this to a potential, you know, downsize or something? What in the world does... If the printing company that makes these cards has, you know, possibly, you know, made an announcement to you, quite possibly in a future time out here going, hey, you know, we're potentially closing down this plant in the near future. You know, we won't be able to meet your demands for, you know, future product, or, you know, product's going to be well delayed because we're cutting back on the course of, you know, what's available for our resources. Or, you know, we're going to skim things down here. Well, shit. Maybe that's why Speed Duel didn't actually have the chance to come to fruition in Europe. Wow. Maybe because the printing facility is going, well, you know, we're going to cut down on, you know, jobs and, you know, shut down this company. Huh. The Lego pieces in my brain here is kind of, you know, pointing this out. And I do want to point out here to everybody it's been flipping out about the entire European situation. I'm sorry. I genuinely am. It sucks. The fact that, you know, you had no YCSs up through a majority of this year. Do keep in mind, I'm going to give a little bit of credit to Konami here. You guys are still, you have your nationals, all right? You have literally 100% of what it feels like all of the resources are going for the giant cluster of nationals. You're the European branch. I don't know if you guys pay much attention to what actually is on this, but take a moment here when you click Europe and look at everything that is underneath the European flagship here. And they've also got Oceania and, you know, Africa as well. And what part of the Middle East they actually do have playing as well? Huh. That's a lot of resources that they would be dedicating out here to the European side of the game to kind of consider and go, huh, well, I could understand why maybe we're not getting this. Maybe the printer, and then, you know, maybe there's another big thing out here. And this is just an overall problem with the world, but maybe there's just not enough staff. Maybe there is a shortage of people that are available to want to work for Konami at the moment. Believe it or not, I know we're going to bring real life current events onto this channel. Holy crap. You know, there are a lot of jobs that people just don't want to work right now, or they just don't get enough pay, or they found better ventures out there. Holy shit, that's amazing. You mean to tell me that people have, oh, how dare I say, variety. It's the same thing in the world of trading card games right now. You know, you don't have a One Piece shaking things up. Pokemon's the most popular it's ever been. Magic's a little bit stifling, doing its thing. You've got Digimon, Cardfight Vanguard, Weiss Schwartz. You know, Force of the Wills is still cooking out here. You have the My Hero Academia card game as well. You soon have Union Versus coming out here, or Union Arena. You've also got to top things off. Bandai is just running it now with One Piece. So with the variety and things that are present, maybe people are diverging to other companies, or maybe people just don't want to work for Konami. Who knows? I don't know. I have zero clue. But it would make sense that if resources and, there's a shortage of things, and possibly they wanted to make sure that they could focus what they have on the national season right now to make sure that players can get that optimal experience. I don't know if you guys have looked at the NA side of things with the YCSs, but those things, they take a lot of manpower. They take a lot of capital time and a lot of money in order to organize these things. And, our community's like, how dare Konami not stream this event? I get it. We're spoiled. We like to look for these sorts of things, and it's devastating. So I don't know what's up with the Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge. The biggest thing that I'm scared of here is, you remember during the COVID era where, we had a break in sets or a possible shift around with things. We could see, and believe it or not, keep in mind with the NA side of things here, having this release date, this is tentative, this is not guaranteed at all. Konami, depending on how bad Terminal Revenge gets for the EU side of things, we could see Terminal's Revenge get moved, just to kind of make sure both of the dates are unified. Because if this hits an NA-only release, I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen. The European side of the game is still going to be, they're going to invisibly absorb these cards. They're not going to be tournament legal, all right? Keep that in mind, all right? But they're going to dilute the market. So when this set does touch down over in Europe, there's going to be no reason for the European stores to want to look at this set, touch it, and it's going to be a fumble. Contrary to what people might think out here, if one region doesn't get a product, it hurts the overall scale of the market, because that means that the people that are tempted to import this stuff are going to port it over. Look at the Speed Duel stuff, for example, right now. You're still not going to believe this, because I don't believe this, but I've seen it. You have people that are like, well, I don't give a crap if this stuff's not legal. I'm going to port it on over here so I can physically enjoy this. I can still play with friends. I'm not really worried about this. And that mentality is fine, but you still do have a loyal player base for this stuff. You have people that want this stuff to be able to play it. And if, the company can't deliver on this because, Carta Monday just going, what are you gonna do? If your printing facility's just like, hey, yo, peace, like, you gotta go find another branch, or you gotta work with what's going on with the company. Like, that's all there is to it. And once again, I don't know if the Carta Monday thing is directly associated with this, but we do know that the European branch does use Carta Monday to print the cards. So the writing's on the wall. It's just we gotta kind of plug in everything here. So I do think, kind of going forward here, this is big. This is the fact that you've pulled this date is not a good thing. I understand that shit's happening and, crap happens. I also don't know if, we have enough staff to kind of figure things out or what's going on with this, but based on the course of world events, I wouldn't be surprised. If I'm watching people out here wanting to quit their job making 20, 22 an hour because it's not enough, I understand. It do absolutely be like that. There are better opportunities in the world, for sure. But, wow. I am kind of curious to know. So, honestly, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Besides the whole European situation with the no YCSs, the infinite, the vacuum of things and players being unhappy with things, and to top things off, the Battles of Legend Terminal Revenge date disappearing. What do you guys think about that? Either way, it's not going to leave a good taste in anybody's mouth, I'm for sure going to say that, and I do expect Terminal Revenge to kind of get ported around a little bit on our side of the game. That's not exactly what you want to be seeing, but I guess a delay for the overall course of the set is not the worst thing in the world. I guess we should expect some sort of hiccups along the way. I almost actually genuinely hiccuped there. But leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'm sorry to all the European viewers out here for what you guys are enduring, but it happens. Things will get better. That's my genuine advice. It'll get better. Just be patient a little bit. All right, patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.